Hello everyone, welcome to a personalized episode of Enlighten Me. Today, we'll be discussing the European Union's tentative agreement on comprehensive AI rules, Google's revision of advertising rules for cryptocurrency, and the concept of retrieval augmented generation, RAG, in AI language models. Stay tuned for an engaging conversation on these intriguing topics. European Union negotiators have finalized a tentative agreement on the world's first comprehensive artificial intelligence rules, setting a precedent for legal oversight of AI technology. This significant step, achieved after extensive negotiations, encompasses various aspects of AI, including generative AI and police use of face recognition surveillance. European Commissioner Thierry Breton announced the deal, highlighting the EU's pioneering role in establishing clear AI rules. However, civil society groups have expressed concerns, awaiting more technical details and questioning whether the agreement adequately protects people from AI-related harm. The AI Act addresses the regulation of generative AI, particularly foundation models underlying general-purpose AI services like ChatGPT and Google's Bard. These models will require detailed documentation, adherence to EU copyright law, and transparency in their training content. High-risk models will undergo additional scrutiny, including risk assessments and energy efficiency reporting. Face recognition surveillance was a contentious topic, with law enforcement granted exemptions for serious crimes, despite debates around privacy concerns in public use. Rights groups are concerned about loopholes in the Act, including insufficient protection in AI systems used for migration and border control, and an opt-out option for developers from high-risk system classification. Democrat Shemaine Daniels is utilizing an AI campaign volunteer, Ashley, in her congressional run against Republican Scott Perry. Developed by Civox under CEO Ilya Mauzykansky, Ashley employs generative AI for personalized voter interactions, diverging from standard robocalling methods. This approach represents a new frontier in political campaigning, using technology for voter engagement, but also stirring concerns about potential disinformation in politics. Ashley, fluent in over 20 languages, is designed to tailor conversations to individual voter profiles and handle large-scale outreach. Civox plans to significantly scale up these operations. The use of AI in campaigns, however, exists in a regulatory gray area. While there are regulations for robocalls and automated calls, they don't fully encompass AI's personalized communication. The emergence of such technology in politics, with its potential for misuse, calls for regulatory attention. Civox has proactively made Ashley's AI nature transparent, acknowledging ethical considerations in AI-driven political campaigning. Now, discussing Microsoft's pioneering partnership with the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations, representing 60 labor unions and 12.5 million workers. This collaboration aims to foster an open dialogue on the impact of artificial intelligence on the workforce. Starting in winter 2024, Microsoft will begin offering formal training on AI to labor leaders and workers, emphasizing unions in key sectors. This initiative addresses concerns about AI potentially displacing workers and marks the first formal AI-focused collaboration between labor unions and the tech industry. The agreement also establishes neutrality terms, facilitating easier unionization within Microsoft. This approach builds on the company's existing policy for its video game workers, potentially leading to broader unionization efforts. Microsoft President Brad Smith highlighted the partnership's goal of enhancing work environments, acknowledging AI's potential to displace some jobs while emphasizing its role in eliminating drudgery from work. The alliance intends to share AI technology trends with labor leaders, incorporate worker perspectives in AI development, and influence public policy, supporting frontline workers' technology skills. As we turn our attention to the next topic, let's explore the dynamic world of cryptocurrency and its intersection with mainstream finance. Google is set to revise its advertising rules to allow the promotion of cryptocurrency coin trusts, a move coinciding with the anticipated approval of Bitcoin ETFs, exchange-traded funds. This shift in policy reflects the increasing integration of cryptocurrency into mainstream finance. The change, effective January 29th, will enable advertisers verified by Google to market financial products, enabling investment in trusts with substantial digital currency holdings. This policy update is significant, considering Google's dominance in online advertising and its historically cautious approach to crypto-related ads. Currently, Google's advertising policies prohibit promotions related to the purchase, sale, or trade of cryptocurrencies, including DeFi protocols, initial coin offerings, and token liquidity pools. However, the company does work with licensed and Google-certified crypto exchanges complying with local laws. The potential approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, likely between January 8th and 10 by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is a focal point of this policy change. Spot Bitcoin ETFs would allow traditional finance institutions and investors to engage with Bitcoin without direct cryptocurrency ownership. The anticipation of such approval, especially following BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF application, has already positively impacted crypto prices. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren has introduced a bill aimed at intensifying the regulation of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, citing their use in illegal activities like money laundering, drug trafficking, and sanctions evasion. This legislation, backed by members of the Banking Committee, seeks to enhance oversight in the digital currency space. Warren's bill proposes to extend the Bank Secrecy Act's (BSA) obligations, including Know Your Customer, KYC, requirements and mandates for reporting transactions involving unhosted wallets. The goal is to close regulatory loopholes and bring the digital asset ecosystem into greater compliance. This move reflects a growing concern about the role of cryptocurrencies in facilitating criminal activities, including funding for terrorist groups, rogue nations, drug lords, ransomware gangs, and fraudsters. The bill has received endorsements from various organizations, including the Bank Policy Institute, Massachusetts Bankers Association, Transparency International US, and others. This legislative push coincides with a crucial period for Bitcoin in the US, as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is set to decide on the approval of the country's first spot Bitcoin ETF next month, a decision that could significantly influence Bitcoin's demand. Discussing KuCoin, a prominent cryptocurrency exchange that has agreed to a settlement with the New York Attorney General, necessitating a payment of $22 million and ceasing operations for New York-based users. This follows allegations that KuCoin violated securities laws by offering tokens classified as securities without proper registration. The agreement entails KuCoin refunding approximately $16.77 million to its New York customers and paying an additional $5.3 million in fines to the New York Attorney General's office. The legal action was initiated in March by Attorney General Letitia James, marking a significant regulatory move against a major crypto exchange. This case is notable for being the first legal instance where a regulator argued that Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, should be considered a security. In response to the settlement, KuCoin's CEO Johnny Liu affirmed the company's commitment to compliant operations. The court documents stipulate that KuCoin must discontinue services and close accounts for New York users within 120 days from the order's effective date. As we shift our focus from the integration of cryptocurrency into mainstream finance, we now dive into a new realm of AI technology known as Retrieval Augmented Generation, RAG, which addresses the limitations of current language models and enhances accuracy and transparency by accessing up-to-date information from external databases. In today's podcast, we're diving deep into a fascinating concept that's transforming the landscape of AI-powered language models like ChatGPT and Claude. These models are truly remarkable, but they're not without their quirks and limitations. Have you ever wondered why sometimes they seem to produce answers that make no sense, or how they struggle to keep up with current events? Today, we're going to explore the concept of retrieval augmented generation, RAG, and why it's the solution to these Gen AI hallucinations. Imagine asking your favorite language model about a recent news event and receiving a response that sounds plausible but is entirely made up. This behavior, often referred to as hallucination, is a significant drawback of current large language models, LLMs. They are essentially frozen in time, their knowledge limited to the point when they were last trained. For instance, if you asked ChatGPT about a recent news event, it might provide you with a compelling sounding yet entirely fabricated response. Now, here's where retrieval augmented generation comes into play. RAG is a game changer in the world of Gen AI. It allows these models to access up-to-date, context-specific information from external databases, ensuring they can provide accurate, real-time answers. Imagine a ChatGPT that can fetch the latest news updates, the most recent product specifications, or your company's private data on the fly. RAG makes this possible, reducing the likelihood of hallucinations and significantly enhancing the performance and accuracy of Gen AI applications. But that's not all. Current LLMs suffer from another limitation. They lack domain-specific knowledge. These models are trained for general tasks and have no idea about your company's private data, customer base, or specific context. This shortcoming becomes apparent when you ask them domain-specific questions. For example, if you asked an LLM about how to turn off reverse braking for a specific car model, it might provide a grammatically correct response, but one that's entirely incorrect. RAG addresses this issue by providing extra context and factual information to LLMs at the time of generating a response. This could be anything from customer records to product specifications, allowing the model to provide informed answers. In addition, RAG allows Gen AI applications to cite their sources, much like research papers provide citations for their data sources. This enhances transparency and makes it easier for users to understand where the information is coming from. Now you might be wondering, why is RAG the preferred approach from a cost-effectiveness perspective? Well, here's the deal. There are alternative methods to improve Gen AI applications, such as creating your own foundation model, fine-tuning existing models, or prompt engineering. However, these approaches come with their own set of challenges, including significant costs, talent scarcity, and the need for extensive data labeling. RAG, on the other hand, offers a more cost-effective, easier to implement, and lower-risk solution to improve Gen AI applications' performance. To understand how RAG works in more detail, let's break it down. It involves two main phases, retrieval and content generation. In the retrieval phase, algorithms search for and retrieve relevant information from external sources, which is then passed to the language model. In the generative phase, the LLM combines this external information with its internal knowledge to produce an accurate, context-aware response. This ensures that the LLM can answer complex, domain-specific questions more accurately. But there's even more to RAG than just improved accuracy. It also reduces the need for constant retraining and model updates. You can simply upload the latest documents or policies to keep your Gen AI application up to date. This makes RAG an excellent choice for enterprise settings, where accuracy, speed, and cost efficiency are critical. One more thing to consider is that RAG not only enhances the accuracy of responses, but also promotes user trust. By providing users with the sources of information, RAG ensures that claims can be checked for accuracy and verified, creating a more transparent and reliable AI experience. So, to answer the question we posed at the beginning of this podcast, retrieval augmented generation is indeed the solution to Gen AI hallucinations. It empowers language models like ChatGPT to provide accurate, up-to-date, and context-specific responses, making them more reliable and useful tools for businesses and individuals alike. As technology continues to evolve, RAG represents a significant leap forward in the world of AI, bridging the gap between language models and real-world knowledge. It's a powerful tool that's changing the way we interact with AI, and its potential applications are virtually limitless. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Innovation Pulse. If you enjoyed our insights and are eager to learn more, the Enlight Me app is just a tap away. Expand your knowledge with personalized content on over 20 diverse topics, from crypto to health and beyond, all curated to fit your interests. Download the Enlight Me app now at the Apple Store or Google Play, or visit the enlightme.ai website. Stay curious, stay enlightened,